All right. We'll let you guys know we are going to get started here in about one more minute. Actually, less than that, probably about 40 seconds. Just let everybody know that, hey, the audio is working. We are here. I was just waiting for the timer to run out, and then we will get underway. So give me a couple more seconds, and we will get our presentation started. All right, guys, I do want to welcome you guys to the Thursday night presentation. I'm standing in for Mr. Danny Bling Bling Segwidal, who is actually on an airplane at this very moment flying to California. And so anyway, he's going to be here with us next few weeks. He's going to be in Vegas for the most part, but over the weekend, he's going to be with us here in California. Going to be a lot of fun. But anyway, I do want to get underway and tell you guys a bit more about who our company is, where we're going, why we're exploding, more importantly, why you might want to participate. And we're a travel company, and we have spread to 63 countries. We doubled in size, even during the global pandemic. I mean, think about that. Hold on, a pandemic? Shouldn't that be the kryptonite of travel? And instead, we doubled in size. We have a travel offering so enticing, so exciting. Even the pandemic did not slow it down. And so, why is that? How is that? Well, for my wife and I, this journey began because our daughter played softball. In fact, if you look around my office, you can see back there, right behind me, a softball. And so our daughter actually set the home run record at her college with that ball right there. And so she played softball, got into the college scholarship. We live in California. Her scholarship was to a school back in Illinois. And so we were flying back there trying to catch all her games. So we're living in hotels, living in rental cars. As you can imagine, this is getting expensive. And so, hey, there's got to be a way to save money on travel. So we decided to test the program. And the program says you can book at the travel agent rate. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means that you can book travel without all the markup from Expedia. You can book travel without all the markup from Priceline and all the other guys. And there's huge markup, okay? Huge. So when you get rid of that markup, suddenly you can book hotel rooms for 70% off, 50% off, 30% off. I mean, so we were saving a bloody fortune. Well, come to find out, we were not the only parents on the softball team who liked the idea of booking rooms at half the price. Like the other parents were like, wait a minute, you got this place for how much? How'd you get that rate? It's this travel thing we joined. You probably wouldn't want to know. They were begging us for the link. And so we sent them the link. And so we signed up 3 people instantaneously. Well, in our company, when you tell 3, the membership is no longer coming off your credit card. This is no longer costing you money on an ongoing basis. And so when you tell 3, not only do you have the membership at no cost to you, but you're going to earn the points that come with the membership for free every single month. Well, that translates into 3 actual vacations per year. Now, I believe a picture is worth 1,000 words. So I'm going to start tonight by showing you one of the vacations that we took with our free points. Just trade the points in, have a good time. Don't forget to send me a postcard. Hold on real quick. Let's get some sound on here. So this is just one of the vacations, one of the many that we've gone on with our free points. All right, we are here in Punta Cana on the Travorium World Tour. We're at the Grand Palladium, a 5-star resort. This is oceanfront. I mean, look at this unbelievable $1 million view. Like, there's my wife, Gina. Say hi. And I mean, look at this place, guys. We have an upstairs. There's a bedroom up there, bathroom up there. So we got 2 bathrooms in this place. Here's the jacuzzi tub. We got a mini bar, 24-hour room service. There's all kinds of high-end restaurants here. It's all the food, all the booze, everything included. And we are here for virtually nothing because my wife told 3 people how they could save big time money on travel. I did the same thing. So we're earning these points every single month. And you can trade those points in for vacations just like this. In fact, we brought our oldest daughter, our son-in-law, our 2 grandkids. They're next door. And again, there's just no one on the planet who has what we have. So that is just an example of one of the many, many vacations we've been on. I got back from Cabo San Lucas 2 days ago. If you can't tell, I'm sporting a little bit of a tan right now because we were in Cabo San Lucas. Again, we took the same daughter, the same son-in-law, the same grandkids to Cabo San Lucas for the Easter weekend. We had a 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom oceanfront place. It was absolutely incredible. Our grandkids are obviously getting spoiled in a big way. They're getting used to staying in these like super fancy places. And so when we say, hey, you guys want to go somewhere? They're like, yeah, I can win. When can we go? All right. So I'm going to show you guys another place here real quick. I'll make sure you guys can see my screen. I click off real quick to show you one more. Have a little fun here tonight. All right. So there's the screen. These things can be temperamental. See, it was not there. Okay, let's try this again. Share screen. Click on that. Click on that. All right. So we should be here. I want to shut my video off, make sure I'm not blocking any of this. All right, here's one more for you guys. Okay, guys, we are here on a Travorium getaway. We are in Cabo San Lucas at a place called Garza Blanca. Now, they just built this place in the last 2 years. Brand new 5-star property. By the way, say hi, Miss Gina. Hi. And we are here at this incredible resort for absolutely nothing. Why? Because we got involved with the membership. And the membership allows you to book travel for up to 70% off the regular way. By the way, they got an infinity pool up there. We'll be shooting some video from there later on. But the membership allows you to save huge on travel. Well, you also get to earn points every single month. Well, if you tell 3 other people how to save big time money on travel, you get to earn your points for free. Well, my wife has an account. She told 3 people. I have an account. I told 3 people. So between the 2 of us, we're earning 500 points per month. Well, this particular location only costs 1,300 points to come down here for 7 nights, 8 days for absolutely nothing. Membership has its privileges. All right, guys. So again, that's just another example of some of the trips that we've been on. I can sit here and show you our trip that we took to Paris. I can show you the one that we took to Madrid, the one we took to Rome, the one we took to the Canary Islands, the one we took to Cancun, the one we just got back 2 weeks ago from Athens, Greece, Venice, Italy. We were in Barcelona, Spain. I mean, every time we turn around, we're going someplace different, all because we take our free points and go cash them in. So who do you know that wants to travel for less? Who do you know that wants to travel for free? And who do you know wouldn't mind making some money showing other people how to do the one thing they've been dreaming about doing their whole life, which is travel, and how to do it at a price they never knew was possible, or better yet, how to do it for nothing. And guys, when you can start making your money, showing other people how to save huge money, when you can start making money, making other people's dreams come true, when they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm in Paris. Never thought I'd be here. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for telling me about this. When you're getting those kinds of phone calls, right? Then you feel like $1 billion all the time. You're like, man, I'm getting paid to do this. This is crazy. This is fun. That you feel that, good feeling inside that you helped somebody else out, that you did them a favor. Then you will have people on your team. They start making money. They start thanking you again. Oh my gosh, you changed my life. I just got done talking to Svetlana, not but 5 minutes ago. She just became a 2-star director in our business. Congratulations, Svetlana. She's a loan officer. I said, hey, can you be on our call Monday night? She got choir practice, right? I don't want to compete with God. So let me know. We might have her on Monday night. She's got to find out about choir practice. But she's a loan officer, and she's got a dream of being able to do this full time. And she's well on her way. Now, only been here a short time now, $2,000 per month income, showing other people how to do what I just showed you 2 seconds ago in the 2 previous videos. Now, let me roll up the slideshow that I have for you guys. I'm going to bang through this pretty quickly, give you guys just a better sense of our company. Again, who we are, where we're going, why we're exploding, and why you might want to participate. Now, this is our home office, okay? We have a home office in Temecula, California. We have a corporate presence in Cartagena, Colombia, and we have a corporate presence in Madrid, Spain. In fact, we're going to have our first employees in Madrid, Spain this upcoming summer. And so, again, we got a corporate presence there. We have an office there. It's really kind of manned by our attorney. But again, we're going to have actual employees there in short order. We are licensed operator for California, all of Europe, I had to go through a rigorous process to get Europe approved. By the way, they're very stringent. You got to do all these background reviews and send everything in and pricing and examples and all this kind of stuff to get approved for Europe. So this is a company that's been scrutinized by, different regulatory bodies. Again, the company's in its, just completed its 10th year, now beginning its 11th year. They've paid out tens of millions of dollars in commissions all around the globe. In fact, we've paid commissions out in 63 different countries. The paychecks go out on time every time, as they have for the past 10 years. That is our CEO and founder and his lovely wife, Miss Adela. Now, Mr. David Hart was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year, Inc. magazine. So that's not me saying that. That's not Danny Seguinall saying that. That's one of the most prestigious financial publications in the United States saying, hey, this guy's one of the better entrepreneurs on the planet. And so, again, we got incredible management in our 11th year, and we're doing things in travel that have never, ever been done before. And that makes things exciting. Our goal is to help you live your dream life. And it starts by allowing you to book at the travel agent rate, booking for up to 70% off, helping you earn free travel. Just tell 3 other people. And then how you can turn fun into fortune, passion into profit. You tell a few who tell a few, and you can build a residual income. We'll get into all the details of all of this. But I want to just state one more time that travel is the single largest industry in the world for a reason. The one thing everybody wants to do. In fact, if you went out and asked 100 people tomorrow, if you had all the time and all the money in the world, what would you do? Number one answer, I travel. If you ask people about their bucket list, the before I die list, right? 3 very important words. Before I die, here are the things I want to do in life. And on that list are all these travel destinations. So you look at somebody and say, well, look, if these are your dreams, why don't you go? And people are like, well, I can't afford it. And no one ever thought to put together a program where 1, look at the travel agent rate, 2, tell 3 people, earn free travel. Hey, let's click off 3 bucket item list this year alone. Cost you virtually nothing. Now, when it comes to saving money in travel, we have all of the usual hotels, resorts, rental cars, cruises, activities, show tickets, dining. But you can buy a Sam's Club membership for $19. I didn't even know that. IY brought it up on a Zoom I did about an hour and a half ago. She goes, yeah, there's a Sam's Club membership back there. I mean, all kinds of different ways of saving money. There are tickets to the Grizzlies basketball game. She already had tickets. She goes, I paid more for the tickets here than we're in my back office. She goes, I'll be checking my back office a lot more. There's savings on all kinds of stuff back there. So we save you a lot of money in a lot of different ways. Now, here's the dirty secret to the travel business. And if you've not seen the video from NBC News, I'm going to encourage you to get with whoever invited you to be here and ask them to send you that video. So this is not me saying this. It's NBC News investigative reports, came out 18 months ago. And the video says, when it comes to travel, you think you're price shopping as you go from site to site to site to site, checking all the prices. What you didn't know is that 2 companies own every site you can think of. And they're literally sitting back, watching you go from site to site to site going, I wonder who they're going to choose, because the money's coming to the same place no matter who you choose. And so the fix is in. Because they control all the sites, they control the price. Well, you think, well, I'll call the hotel directly. NBC News says not so fast, because the hotel is afraid to undercut the price of Expedia Priceline. Otherwise, they'll say, you know what, we'll just kick you off our platform. There goes all your traffic. There goes all your business. These guys are dictating the price. Now, to give you a personal example, my own daughter got married, wants to take her honeymoon to the Maldives. She's looking to get one of those private bungalows above the water. You get the water all around you. Now you got the glass bottom floor. You can see the fishy swimming below your feet. You can jump straight into the ocean off your back deck. That place goes for $10,000 for a week on Expedia's website. On our site, same room, same date, same pillows, same everything, it's $6,000. Now, occasionally somebody says, well, come on, Todd, Expedia, that's a big company, man. There's no way you guys are getting a better rate than Expedia. To which I always reply, you are 100% absolutely correct. We do not have a better rate than Expedia. That's what I'm trying to tell you. $6,000 is the rate. Expedia chose to mark it up to $10,000. Then they bought up every site you can think of. So when you go price check, you see 10,000 on all the different sites, making you believe 10,000 is the rate when it's really $6,000. How do you think they became a top 10 internet company in the world, making billions and billions of dollars every single month? How do you think they afford all those commercials you see on television? How do you think the Priceline was able to afford Captain Kirk, the Priceline negotiator, right? That guy cost millions because they're jacking it up and nobody knows that. And when you see the level that they're raising stuff, it should frustrate you. I mean, it should offend you at some level. Moms and dads save up all year long, dreaming of taking their kids to someplace like San Diego so they can see, SeaWorld and go to the San Diego Zoo and go to the beaches, only to find out it's untenable for a lot of people because some internet site wants to jack it up $200 a night. So again, I think you got the point there. Now, as good as all of that is not what made us big. What made us big is what I'm about to show you this very moment. It's our vacation program. We can show anybody, anywhere, any budget, how to have a dream vacation every single year. Now, when you join the membership, and almost everybody does the platinum, so everything you're going to hear me describe is based on a platinum membership, you're going to earn points every single month. Now, what does that mean? It means you're getting enough points to go on 2 unbelievable vacations, and then you also get a trip that does not require points. In fact, you can book the trip that doesn't require points. Your very first month in the business, you can be on that trip 45 days from this very moment. You could be going to Cancun for 6-7 days for nothing, practically nothing. You could go to Thailand. I think Thomas Flowers paid $150 to be in Thailand 8 days. We got them all over the United States. You can go to Vegas and Branson, Missouri, Orlando, Florida, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Myrtle Beach. I mean, everywhere we got these places. So you're getting 3 vacations per year, okay? Now, I already showed you an example of the kind of vacations my wife and I have been on. We showed you a couple of videos, right? Those are our getaways. And a lot of them are 7 nights, 8 days. You can get 4-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, full kitchen, living room, dining room, flat screen TV, fireplace, jacuzzi tub, and the master suite. In fact, I looked up a place just last week for a lady. She wanted to go to Orlando, Florida. And I go, okay, you want to be near Disney? She goes, yeah. So I find her a place. It's at, we're not supposed to say the name. It's at a brand all of you would recognize in a heartbeat, okay? Everyone's heard of this brand. They're a major resort brand. Anyways, I find her a place there, okay? And it's a 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom. She has a spiral staircase that goes up to the bedrooms. She's got a jacuzzi tub with the Roman pillars right in the middle of the room, okay? Full kitchen, all that kind of stuff. Again, 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom, $154, 5 minutes outside of Disney. That's the kind of stuff that's in our getaways. Now, you might be thinking, well, yeah, how much stuff do you have? 454,000 weeks. Again, 454,000 weeks this very moment. There's no lack of inventory. There's no blackout dates. There's no contracts. You could join this thing, cancel anytime you want. There's no penalties. None of that stuff you've ever heard applies here. This is all based on want tos, not have tos. But I think I heard a rumor that Daryl and Maria are on their way to Orlando, Florida now. I think they got a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. They have the same place they had before. I think they're heading back there this very moment. They were just, by the way, at Resorts World. Well, there's, you see, it's hard not to see the names of those. They were just at Resorts World, a $4.5 billion place. They were there at the World Tour for 5 days, $76. So I'll get to that in a couple seconds. So again, these are our getaways, tons of places. Now, again, when you tell 3 other people about the membership, at that moment, the membership is no longer costing you money on an ongoing basis, right? At that moment, the membership's not costing you any money. The points aren't costing you any money, and the vacations are costing you virtually nothing. So just tell 3 people, wow, I got myself some vacations for next to nothing. Some of them are nothing. Some of them are $99. Some of them are $76. Some of them are $199. Some of them are $300. It's all based on what you're going, what you're doing. But again, for next to nothing, I'm going on this unbelievable 5-star kind of a vacation. Now, this is Florida. These are our getaways. Now, let's talk about our world tours for a moment. In fact, I was just in Barcelona, Spain, 3 weeks ago, and we had a world tour there. It was like 600 people there. We had people from Belgium, France, people from Monaco. We had people from Germany, Switzerland. We had people from Dubai, people from Argentina, Chile, people from the United States, Canada. I mean, people from all over the world, 600. And when you get around 600 people that are just like you, okay? People who like to travel, have fun, they want to do good for their families, want to make money, willing to work hard, want to grow, develop themselves, right? And you get around people like that, people who are optimistic, people who are typically happy, again, people just like you. You get around 600 people like that. So you're not just in an amazing place. We were in Barcelona, Spain. We're not just at a 4.5-star hotel. The place was amazing. We're not just there for next to nothing. It was $260. Okay. So it's not just the place. It's not just the price. It was the people. And you're like, oh my gosh, these are some of the most incredible, amazing people I've ever met in my entire life. Well, of course they are. They're just like you. And you're going to meet people from all over the world. You're going to become friends with them. You'll be exchanging information on Instagram and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. But it's all said and done. You're going to be hugging some of these people going, I love you, man. And you'll be friends for life, right? I mean, you'll create a memory that lasts a lifetime, friendships that will transcend continents. And so you're there, and that's part of the magic. And it's hard to describe that part of it, right? It's hard to describe a feeling. It's like trying to tell somebody, Dad, you should have seen the ball game. But we were at the stadium with everyone was doing the wave, and it's a whole different thing when you're actually there and all of that energy, and you're high-fiving all the people around you, and you're all cheering for the same team, and your team wins the ball game. And I mean, again, it's different when you're there. And when you go on a world tour and you're around other like-minded people, you're like, this is unbelievable. When's the next one? Well, also on our world tours, typically breakfast is included. Now, when I say breakfast, when we were in Athens, they had 7 different stations, okay? 7 different stations you could go to. When you're done with breakfast, you ain't gonna need lunch, okay? You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just ate all that. But it was just, I mean, they had 3 dessert stations alone. And so, I mean, some of the breakfasts are incredible. They're typically $50 per person to go to breakfast. I mean, we're talking $100 a day and just free food. And you can go to Cartagena, Colombia, 4-star resort, breakfast included, $199, guys. The food alone's were $250, right? Plus your stay. I mean, absolutely incredible. You can go to Rome. My wife and I went here last August. It was my first time in Rome, to go to the Vatican, to go to the Pantheon, the Pantheon, to go to, by the way, Palestine Hill. We just had Easter. And if you know much about, the Bible and the New Testament, Paul, the great apostle Paul, wrote over half the New Testament, and he was imprisoned in Rome. Well, the very walls that stood when he was writing all those letters that became a big part of the New Testament, those walls still stand. You can walk in the very place where Paul was writing half of the New Testament in the Bible. It's like you're walking through history. It's incredible. To go to the Colosseum that holds 50,000 people, and you can see the floor where the gladiators and the various beasts would participate in the spectacle of the games. And you can see the substructure that the people who were there never saw. You can see the stuff that was down below the floor. And they had all those elevators that would do crazy stuff, and they were storing all the gladiators and people down below the floor. The 50,000 people never saw that. When you're there, you get to see that. And so, I mean, to be there, it's just like, wow, I mean, 2,000 years this place was built. For 500 years, they did the games here. So many Christians died on the floor. The Pope declared it a church. And so, I mean, to just be there in that kind of history, if you like history. Now, maybe you don't like history. Maybe you like oceanfront. This is a 5-star, all-inclusive resort, 24-hour room service, mini bar in your room, tons of high-end restaurants. You can go there and to the steakhouse and say, you know what? Bring me 2 filet mignons and 3 ribeyes, a bottle of wine, some of those baked potatoes, asparagus, and you know what? Throw in the lobster too. I mean, get all you can eat. Leave your wallet at home. Incredible. You're going to be here for 5 days, oceanfront, for less money than the cost of a Motel 6, right? You can take your kids to Motel 6, or you can take them here. Trust me, it is not the same experience. Now, you can take people to Portugal, take people to Budapest, Hungary, Tenerife, Spain. My wife and I went here. Absolutely incredible. This is the Hawaii of the Atlantic Ocean. So if you know Hawaii, that's in the Pacific Ocean. They got the rugged volcanic isles. Remember, they get the volcanoes there in Hawaii. You got all the different islands out in the middle of the ocean. Gorgeous, right? They got the same thing in the Atlantic, but it's called the Canary Islands. This is Tenerife, the biggest island. Absolutely drop dead gorgeous. You have to put this on your list. You'll be blown away. Phuket, Thailand. My buddy Danny Segwinal. I stayed in that room. You're looking in the bottom right-hand corner. You walk out your door, sand and ocean. You are literally on the beach. Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, going to Las Vegas. We just had a ton of people here on this world tour. $4.5 billion property. They just built it. 5-star all day long. It is absolutely freaking gorgeous. I was there in October. The rooms are outrageously expensive, but you could be there with our world tour 5 days, $76, right? You can't stay at the Roach Motel for that price. Sicily, Italy, Malaga, Spain. My good friend Carmen Conde, she just got back from here. She was showing me all of her video. Oceanfront Rome. By the way, she got breakfast and dinner included. I mean, crazy. Morocco, Cozumel, Mexico, Dubai. This is one of our best-selling trips. You're at a 5-star property, a name all of you would know. Breakfast included for 3 people, by the way. The breakfast alone is $150 a day. You're there 6 days, oceanfront, 5-star property in Dubai. $99, guys. $99, Punta Cana. I showed you the video if you were here at the very beginning. I took our daughter, our son-in-law, our 2 grandchildren here. I showed you the room, oceanfront, incredible. I'm going to Malta, Paris, France. We were here last August. If you've never been to the Louvre, if you've never been to the Eiffel Tower, if you've never been to the Arc de Triomphe, or go to the big church on the hill and the art district, I mean, you got to put Paris on your list. Athens, Greece, just got back 2 weeks ago. We were sitting here. I mean, guys, I got to show this to you one more time. We had a room so big, there was a doorway that went to the balcony from the bedroom and a doorway that went to the balcony from the sitting area, okay? Huge balcony. You're out on the balcony, the ocean's right there, okay? You got all of Athens right here surrounded by the mountains, and sitting there on my balcony, sipping wine with my wife, that is the Parthenon. That's the picture I took from our balcony. Even at night, they light it up. That's the nighttime view. And so we're looking at a structure that's 2,500 years old, one of the most iconic structures in the world. And we're sitting there in this incredible place, breakfast included, for $300. $300. Guys, you can't take your wife to dinner, the movies, do the chocolates on Valentine's Day for $300. And you've probably forgotten already just 2 months ago what you did for Valentine's Day. I sure guarantee you forgot what you did the year before that. You take someone Athens, Greece, they ain't ever forgetting that trip. Waikiki, Hawaii, man, being ocean front for $100 a night in Hawaii. I mean, guys, these rooms go for hundreds of dollars per night. How about going to Crete, Greece, all inclusive, all the drinks, the food? That is your room. You are right there on the ocean. Incredible. That is just a sampling. That's a sampling of what we have, guys. Again, we're doing things that no one's ever done in travel. We have 3 levels of membership: small, medium, the one everybody does. The small is $99 to get started, $49 a month. You get to book at the travel agent rate. Now, you do the medium. It's $179 to get started, $69 per month. You get to book at the travel agent rate, and you get 1 vacation per year. Then there's the membership everybody does, and that's the platinum. It's $299 to get started, $125 per month. You get the book at the travel agent rate, and you're getting 3 vacations per year. Now, one of the reasons everybody does this, guys, is because when you tell 3, what's the membership cost you? Absolutely nothing. And you're not going to tell 3, you're going to end up getting 33. I mean, when you understand just how much money you can help somebody save money on travel, getting 3 is an absolute joke. And when you get 3, it's costing you nothing. Now, that kicks in what we call the social sharing ripple effect. Because you tell 3, they tell 3, they tell 3, and it's starting to spread. Now, I want to demonstrate how powerful that is. Most of you are probably either on Facebook or Instagram, one of the two. They happen to have 2 billion users. But understand that Facebook and Instagram has never, ever run a commercial on television. They've never once ran an advertisement on a radio or in a magazine. How do you get 2 billion users when you've never ran a commercial? Oh, that's right. I invited my friends, and my friends invited their friends, and their friends invited their friends, and so on. Well, all of that inviting, all of that sharing that we were doing made Mark Zuckerberg one of the 10 richest men in the world. Now, we're the ones that brought him the customers. That made him very wealthy. He's worth billions and billions. Did he ever say, hey, by the way, guys, thanks for bringing me all those customers. Here's something nice. Here's dinner on me. Here's a little check. Do you even get a Christmas card? No, he just kept the money. He said, thanks for playing, right? We track every bit of that activity, and we're going to reward you for that social sharing ripple effect. Now, understand that the number one thing shared on social media happens to be travel. Nobody goes on vacation without doing a photo dump. I know. Every time we go somewhere, hey, here we are in front of, whatever we're in front of. Now, to demonstrate just how powerful this is Pastor Guy and Pastor Deborah Taylor, 2 absolutely amazing people out of Memphis, Tennessee. And Pastor Deborah and Pastor Guy got involved in our business. I think they were 61 when they joined, loved to travel. They were semi-retired. Deborah joined first. She went out and told 3 people how to save big time money and travel. So her membership's no longer costing her any money. She's earning her points for free. And she's turning those points into the vacations I was just showing you. So Guy does the same thing. Well, between the 2 of them, they got 5-6 trips a year. They got the travel portal where they can book up to 70% off, sometimes 80, by the way. And they're living in resorts, visiting home. I mean, they were having the time of their life. He was travel guy and she was travel girl. And of course, the story gets out of, they're traveling, having fun. Other people think, man, I want to be like them. How do I sign up for this thing? So they begin to build their business. Their business begins to grow. Their 3 begin to tell 3. Well, next thing you know, Deborah's making like $3,000 a month. Guy was making about $2,000 a month. And then 21 months ago, heartbreakingly, Pastor Guy passed away. So he went to be with the Lord. And although he was gone, that check he built was not gone. That $2,000 per month check, hey, that keeps coming in every single month. This business is willable, inheritable, sellable. So that check now goes to his wife, Deborah. Well, all of those customers below Guy, they all had an incentive to go tell a few other people, social sharing ripple effect. And so they begin to share and they begin to share. So Guy's check starts to grow. It goes from $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $6,000 a month, $7,000 a month. He went from $24,000 per year at the time of his death to he's currently at $100,000 per year. And he's probably 3 months away from $150,000 per year. Okay. His business is still growing. That check is still growing. And so let's just talk about fact. In 21 months, his income went from $24,000 a year to $100,000 a year. That means he increased his income by $75,000 per year after he passed away. That's more money than the average American household even brings in. And again, the check is still going up. That is the power of what we're describing here, to build an income that's not dependent upon your day-to-day efforts. Now, is that a good idea? This is Warren Buffett. He happens to be the 5th richest man in the world. And he says, if you do not find a way to make money while you sleep, in this case, Pastor Guy is definitely asleep. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. John D. Rockefeller, one of the richest men that ever lived, said it slightly different, but it has the same meaning. He says, I would rather earn 1% off the effort of 100 people than 100% of my own effort. It's the same thing. Robert Kiyosaki, the financial guru of our era, he's written all the best-selling books on finances, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's described it in his book why most people can't get ahead. Because if you don't work, you don't get paid. That is it's a fine way to put some food on the table. It's a horrible way to create lifestyle. It is a horrible way to get ahead financially. You have to find a way to make money while you sleep. We happen to give you a simple way of doing that. You can join for $2.99. You don't have to buy a $2 million McDonald's. You don't have to buy a $2 million apartment building. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of Airbnbs, which cost you, who knows what, $250,000, $300,000 per house, based on where you're buying them at. In California, it'd be $500,000 to $800,000 per house. Where are you getting all that capital at? Who's going to manage that? Because you just got to keep working your job. Here, you just tell a few people how to travel for less, how to travel for free, and how they can turn fun into fortune. And you can do what Guy Taylor just did, right? And he's just an example. We got people everywhere, like Svetlana. She just went 2-star director. I'll explain what that means more in a moment, but I mean, lots of people are winning here at our company. Now, when it comes to our compensation program, this is a binary compensation program, binary meaning 2. You have a left leg and you have a right leg. So if you were to go out there and recruit 2 people, one person's going to go on your left and one person's going to go on your right. So let's say for one moment that the first person you recruit is Carolyn Walker. Hi, Carolyn. Anyway, you get Carolyn on board and you put her in your left leg. And the next person you have to recruit is Coach Wright. You put Coach Wright in the other leg. So Carolyn on the left, Coach Wright on the right. Let's say that now you're going to go out, you're going to bring on Damon. And you're going to put Damon down below Carolyn. Well, let's pretend that Carolyn doesn't know Damon. Damon doesn't know Carolyn. But if Damon goes out there and builds a big business, Carolyn's going to override all of that activity in the daily compensation program, exactly the same as Damon, exactly the same as you. It doesn't matter that she didn't know him. So everyone's just building 2 legs straight down. and you're putting people down below your people, and they're putting people down below their people. People above you might be putting people below their people, right? You just build two legs straight down. Binary compensation program. Now, I'm going to assume, for the purposes of illustration, that you bring on 4 people. Now, the reason I'm doing 4, you only got to be 3, then you have the membership cost you nothing. But I'm going to pretend you do 4, that we have 2 on the left, 2 on the right, keep the legs even. And let's assume that your 4 people go out there and tell just a couple people each. Well, that means that your income is going to go from basically being break even to now you're earning $400 to $700 per month. So you brought on 4 people. They brought on a couple people each, 8 people on the left leg, 8 people on the right leg. You're now earning $400 to $700 per month. That's $5,000 to $8,000 per year. Now let's assume that you're 8 on the left and 8 on the right. Tell a couple people each. Now you become a 2-star director like Svetlana did, not but 10 minutes or an hour ago. Congratulations. Now she has an income of close to $2,000 per month. This is where Guy Taylor was, when he passed away. And this is the beginning of your business. This business can continue to grow. But anyway, she's at $2,000 per month. There are not many dreams you cannot finance with an extra $2,000 per month. I mean, what kind of car could you drive if you took your current car payment plus an extra $2,000? I'll give you the answer: a Lamborghini. I mean, you might be pulling the Lamborghini up to your apartment, but you got a Lamborghini. Okay. What kind of home could you buy if you took your current mortgage payment plus an extra $2,000 a month? I'll give you the answer: a nice one. Now, what kind of backyard could you build if you had an extra $2,000 per month to go redo the backyard and put in that dream swimming pool or whatever else you've been thinking about doing? What kind of lifestyle could you create? What kind of debt could you pay off? What kind of private lessons could you afford for your children? In fact, I'll give you another example here. My 2 grandsons. One's Trevor, he's 12. The other's Nolan, he's 8. And for Christmas, we bought him lessons. We bought Nolan soccer lessons. We bought Trevor, my 12-year-old grandson, golf lessons. Now, he's never played golf in his life. And I wasn't even here at the golf lessons. She sends me video, the coach, of him golfing. So even when I'm not there, I get video. No matter where I'm in the world, I get a video of Trevor golfing and how he's doing his lesson. So this is from his lesson the other day. She's one of the top golf coaches here locally. How cool is it to be able to do those kinds of things for your kids or grandkids? Guys, a little extra money and you can do all kinds of incredible things and start to have a lot of fun, right? Now, let's assume that you're 25 on the left and 25 on the right. Tell a couple of people each. That gives you 63 on the left, 63 on the right. That's now going to give you an income that's $3,000 to as high as $4,000 per month, right? You're in that $3,000 income range, $30,000 to $40,000 per year. We've had, by the way, people do this in 1 month. We just had Keith Brown. He did it like in 5 weeks. We had Eager. I think he did it in 60 days. Tatiana did it in 90 days. Now, I'm not here to suggest that you're going to do it in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But those are 3 people that did do it in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And if some people are doing it in 30, 60, 90 days, certainly you could do it in 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 18 months. I mean, at this very moment, if you quit working, they quit paying you, right? If you get sick, they quit paying you. If you get hurt, they quit paying you. If there's another pandemic and people say you got to stay home, they quit paying you. If they can find someone younger to do your job for less money, they quit paying you. If they can automate your job with technology, they quit paying you. There's an entire economy out there, people who are trying to quit paying you, okay? Here, you can build a business, take 63 left, 63 right. Maybe it takes you 18 months, but at that moment, you've got, $3,000+ per month coming in, whether you work or not. And that check can grow just like it did for Guy moving forward into the future. So let's say you're 63 on the left, 63 on the right. Tell one person each. Now you got 125 on the left, 125 on the right. Now you are now making $4,000 to $5,000 per month. You're in that $50,000 to $60,000 per month income range. Well, let's assume that just one person in each of your leg here, well, actually a half a person, okay? If you just have half of your team on the left, half of your team on the right, recruit one person each, that gives you 188 left, 188 right. You are now an ambassador in our company. You are now earning $90,000 to $110,000 per year in reoccurring residual income. Now, Miss Cynthia Sly just did this in 6 months. Eager just did this in 5 months. Tatiana just did it in 8 months. And again, it's not whether you do it in 5 months, 6 months, 8 months. It's the fact that if some people are doing this in half a year, it's obviously something highly doable. Maybe it's going to take you 5 years. I mean, right now, is there anybody paying you $100,000 a year, whether you work or not? And you've been working your whole life. So even if it took you 5 years, you're on the slow bus. There's nothing wrong with that. You get on the slow bus, right? Now I'll get there eventually, right? But you're traveling for less. You're traveling for free. You're building an income. You're meeting people from all over the world, having the time of your life. Every time you turn around, your check's going up. By the way, you're tapping into all the tax deductions. Didn't even talk about that. When you have a home-based business, you can write off your house, spouse, kids, meals, travel, entertainment, cell phones. Your life's a walking tax deduction. I know some of the top tax attorneys in the entire United States, including Sandy Bakken. And Sandy was one of 8 attorneys who trained the IRS attorneys. He's the president of the Tax Reduction Institute. He's written best-selling books. He wrote a program that was approved for continuing education in all 50 states. Tax professionals actually get continuing education credit based on going through his information. And you know what that information was? Here's how to write off your house, spouse, kids, meals, travel, entertainment. Sandy says the average person can save $400, $500 a month all day long on their taxes. It only costs $125 for the membership. So if you're saving $500 a month, here, hold on, just shut this off real quick. If you're saving $500 a month in taxes, okay, but I got to pay that membership of $125, right? You are net $375. That means that whether you ever make any money or not, you have to try, make sure that's clear. You have to work your business with an intention for a profit. You are $4,500 cash in your pocket. Plus you got 3 trips. You can go have an amazing time. Whose side are you on? And you can validate that. You don't take my word for it. You can go see your local tax professional. Probably not today. It's tax season, right? You might have to wait a week till they're done. Then you get an appointment, right? Or maybe you're going in to see the tax guy because you're turning your own taxes in. Just bring it up. Hey, you hear about this home business tax stuff? By the way, there was a great movie called The Accountant with Ben Affleck. Great movie. If you've never seen it, go rent it. In one of the opening scenes, Ben Affleck's there with this older farmer couple, and he's giving them the bad news. You got to write the IRS a big check. And the farmer, he's all bad with me. I got to pay these guys. He's all upset, right? And Ben says, hey, I'm sorry. The numbers are accurate. And the guy's going on something. He says about doing something from home. But says, wait a minute. You do that from home? Yeah. Well, why didn't you tell me? Because we can write off this, and this. Next thing you know, the IRS owes him money, right? He walks out all happy. I mean, guys, this is even in Hollywood movies. You can buy books at Barnes and Nobles on this. You can Google this, right? You can validate everything I've talked about in this entire presentation. No one's asking you to take anyone's word for it. Well, he seems sincere. That's weak sauce. I don't want you to take anybody's word for anything. You can go validate all this information for yourself because I want you to know that you know how incredible this thing is, that every single one of you, this is going to make you money, not cost you money. This is something that's going to create memories that last a lifetime, friendships you'll never forget, on and on and on. This is something that you should, in fact, be doing, right? Now, by the way, one more here. If you go out and you continue to grow your business, this comp plan will take you all the way up to $3,200 a day, over $1 million per year. We have all other kinds of perks. You can go to Louis Vuitton, you become an ambassador. The company takes you there shopping on their credit card. They give you a vacation every single year. One more vacation, right? And so, but last year was in Dubai. They paid for the airfare. They paid for the 5-star combinations. They paid for excursions and meals. It's incredible. As an ambassador, some people got there in 6 months. Now I got $100,000 a year, plus I got a vacation that the company pays for everything. This year it's going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada. We get this trip not one time, every single year we get to go on this trip. And so these are just some of the perks. You get to override the entire company every month. So it's an incredible company. So I'm glad you guys are here. Did a little bit different tonight, kind of filling in for Danny, having a little fun here. I'm just going to look, see if we have anybody on here. I see my buddy Damon. Hey, Damon, I don't know if you're available. I'm going to see if I can bring you on here. No pressure. I didn't line you up ahead of time. If you can't come on, no worries. Hey, Jeff Miner, I just saw you. You can run, but you cannot hide. No pressure. I'm going to bring you on, Jeff, if you want to come on. So Damon, I'm going to put you as a co-host right now. So I didn't ask Damon to be on tonight, but he happens to be here. So figured, hey, if he's available, let's grab him real quick. Damon is a guy who's actually been on quite a few trips with our company. So Damon, you should be good to go if you want to come on camera. I see Jeff.
Okay, hey there, you there, Todd? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So I'm in motion. I'm just traveling
Oh,
and
no worries,
actually
no worries. Be safe. Be safe.
yeah, absolutely. So I just want to give it back to you and thank you for giving me an opportunity to brag about interest in travel. So Travorium is absolutely amazing with the incentives that they give us to take on these trips. And I've been bragging about the trips I've taken all year. I took all of my kids to Disney World, and that was an amazing trip. It was 8 days, 7 nights, and the experience was wonderful. We had a 24-hour pool. We also had a 24-hour jacuzzi. It was Memorial Day weekend. It's just, reminders coming up here now, May 27th through like June 6th, or no, like May 29th through June 6th, we had the resort. And my kids are just still all just amazed by the trip. We paid $113 for the whole week. And it was a 2-bedroom. The kids had their own side. They had their own room and everything. They had a key. It was like separate doors. So it was really nice. And that connected the two-bedroom, full jacuzzi, full kitchen. The experience was amazing.
Wow, that's incredible. Now, Damon, I know you're about Florida. You also tell a bit about the trip you took to Atlantic City for your gal's birthday.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was able to take my fiance on a trip first day, which is March. It's usually, March Madness and spring break. And so everything is usually twice or even 3 times as much as it normally costs. And so at the place that we stayed, it was a 2-bedroom. Again, it had a full kitchen, a jacuzzi tub in there, and also a balcony where you can overlook all of Atlantic City, New Jersey. You can see all the way to the ocean. You can see the casinos and everything. And the price for that was, the price for that was only, I think it was around like 130 for that also.
Yeah, incredible. I know you took a trip to the mountains, something similar.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the prices are so similar, because even on a holiday weekend, like to book that same resort, it was sold out. It was sold out with Expedia and bookings. There was no comparison. And so the comparison was the comparison, and it was available for us through Travorium. My lady was extremely excited. I was, excited as well because it was COVID time and people weren't traveling. And so we kind of had, personal experience everywhere we went. It wasn't a lot of people. And so we were kind of traveled in a bubble. We weren't touching a bunch of people, but we were actually having a good time. So even at the buffet, they was bringing all of the food to you. So they was bringing it in by the boat. So I was like, okay, that'll work.
Well, boy, Damon works for Enterprise Rent-A-Car. So he's a guy that knows the travel industry, travel business pretty well. And Damon, thank you so much for hopping on. I know you're traveling. I know I didn't ask you to be on here tonight, so I just kind of grabbed you, and thank you for coming on and sharing your story. Continue your drive. Be safe. I know we got Mr. Jeff Miner on here as well. Jeff, are you available or no?
Yeah, I'm actually here, Todd, getting ready to stop. We are on a business vacation as well, just heading back toward Colorado from Texas. So it's been really good, just getting ready to stop for the evening.
So, Jeff, obviously you've been here with the company for a short while. You work with the great Daryl Maria Roberts. You're obviously a rancher and got your own business, but from your perspective, from your viewpoint, what would you share with everybody as far as our company goes?
Oh, I think it's incredible. I mean, we've stayed out in Vegas, had that 2-bedroom condo over the NFR National Finals week for $119. I'm in a rental vehicle right now, upgraded. I got it for 12 days for $396, which we looked on some other things and it would have been, $700-800 or almost $800. So you're saving half, and it's incredible. We're looking forward to July. I can't wait for the 15th to be out in Vegas. We're going to come in early, spend some time and see Daryl and Maria. But there's nothing short of amazing of what is out there and the deals that we've got. I mean, it's just there's no question you can't beat it.
Yeah, it's incredible. And boy, did you ever post pictures about your place in Vegas, the 2-bedroom you had during the national finals week?
I did not. That was before, so that was almost a year ago now.
Okay.
But I've got another one booked for this next coming year again. And it's a 2-bedroom at basically the same place there at Tahiti Village. And it's, I mean, for our getaway package, it's just ridiculous pricing. I mean, when you go to the national finals or any big event in Vegas, everything is upscaled, right? I mean, they got the prices pushed up and everything like that. And we have a booth, of course, at Cowboy Christmas. So being able to save there just makes our 10 or 12 days at the finals that much more, that we have extra pocket money.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Hey, Jeff, thank you so much for coming on and sharing. Damon, thank you for sharing. For everybody that's out there tonight, thank you for being here with us. I was kind of standing for Danny Segwinall tonight. He's on an airplane flying to California as we speak. And we kind of did a little bit different tonight, kind of showed some stuff, but I hope you guys had some fun with me here. It's an incredible company, guys. Again, you can do your due diligence. You can validate everything we talked about tonight. The big thing you don't want to do is procrastinate. You don't want to, belabor the point, right? If not this, then what? If not now, then when, right? Most of you probably, like the rest of us, want to travel, want to have fun. You're aspiring for a better life. And I'm telling you, there's no better company out there today than our company right this very moment. So we're going to have a training, by the way, on Saturday. That will be at 9 a.m. California time. That is 12 noon if you're on the East Coast. That's 11 a.m. if you are in the central Chicago, Dallas type region. That'll be 10 a.m. if you're in that Colorado region. So again, 9 a.m. California time, 12 o'clock East Coast time, we'll have our training call. On Sunday night, we have our fireside chat with Pastor Mel and Pastor Deborah Taylor. Monday night, we have our CEO and founder. You actually get to hear directly from the CEO and founder of the company every single Monday. And so, guys, incredible company. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you guys tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Saturday on the training call. Have a great evening and God bless. Bye, everybody.